Here are the signs that your partner is seriously cheating. Let me tell you that cheating is also common in the Christian world. So I also want to share, because though these delays in marriages, kingdom marriages and stuff, they are also due to some Christians who end up disappointing one another. But of course, this advice can also be in general, even if we're not specifically talking about Christians. So all in all, this will help everybody, even in the Christian world, because there are also heartbreakers. I'm sure there are women who can attest that they've been heartbroken by some Christian men who've been heartbroken by Christian women. Okay, so there are signs, of course, that accompanies cheating. You know that accompanies, before someone you find out that they are cheating. Let me tell you, most often 9 times out of 10 you will see the signs, just that we decide to ignore them at times, or we don't recognize them. So one of the first signs that your partner is cheating on you, you will realize, let me begin with the way they dress up. First of all, if it's someone whom you know how they usually dress, but now there are some sort of dressing to impress, and especially when you've been in that relationship for a long time, or in that marriage for a long time, but now you can see somebody is now more enthusiastic when it comes to improving their looks. Not for you, but you can just tell they feel like going out in the world. They just don't want, just like some people you can see even in marriages, they start even not leaving their rings like in their homes, because somehow there is somebody that they want to attract, or there is somebody that they want to impress. She starts dressing up more wonderful. Sometimes you find that it's a long distance relationship. Now all of a sudden she's always asking for money too, so just she can improve her looks. That is a thing that can show you that, wait a minute, this person somehow they want to be noticed. And that is also a sign that you can tell you, that can make you see that, you know what, I think there is cheating around the corner. Hallelujah. So that is the first sign, of course. And now let's head to the second sign. This one is also very clear, but sometimes you can ignore it. If you can see the change in their pattern, the way they do things, their schedule, there are times in which you cannot reach them. There are times where you can no longer find them. Now they will tell you that maybe any times where you know that they would, in the beginning of things, they were always available. But all of a sudden now around these times, I'm going there, I'm meeting somebody, we're going to talk later. This talk later, especially if they never used to do so, just know that talk later is a way of telling you, do not disturb me. Okay, unless if you found it like that in the beginning. But most often, if somebody out of the blue, you realize these days when we're chatting, they'll be like, yo, let's talk later, I'm busy. No, it's because they don't want you to disturb at the time they're busy. So that even when they don't pick up, you will know that you think that maybe they are where they say they're going to go. So be careful of all of a sudden changes in their schedule, changes in the way they do things. Let's go to the third one. Also, you can look at how jumpy are they when you get closer to their phone. You find that these days they don't mind you guys not showing each other phones. Somehow they even recommend that you should not check each other's phones. Sometimes when you want to see something on the phone, you can tell that, just look at the comfort, the discomfort when now you're holding their phone. Somebody is hiding something. Yes, I know someone might say, but I also need my privacy. I don't like it when somebody is touching my things. But listen, if you have nothing to hide, there is also no need for you to be jumpy. If you know that there is nothing you can hide or all those things, why should you be that scared? Because either way, you might just not like somebody holding your phone, but if there's nothing big, either way, you won't have a problem. But the moment you see somebody, they even recommend, let's not look at each other's phone, just know something is there. And most importantly, or most especially, when you find out in the beginning they never used to mind, then that is a major sign that somebody has started doing something. So now this one now is this the fourth one? I'm starting to lose my count. I think it's I guess I forgot. But another one is this. Now you realize somebody when it comes to their intimacy. This is mainly for married people. You find out there is a change in being intimate. Okay? Because I know with Christians you're not supposed to do this outside of marriage. So now let's talk about married people, because cheating also happens there. So you find that your husband or your wife or your partner is now, the intimacy is changing. Now they're no longer that interested. It could be that they are getting it somewhere, or of course it can be that maybe they are losing attraction, but the most often there is some way somehow where they are getting all these things. So just change it. Just check the change of intimacy, and before you think that maybe they don't love me anymore, and that's just that, consider that there is a higher possibility that there is somebody who is sleeping in your bed. Get what I'm saying? So that is also a major sign that you can look out for. Hallelujah. Also, another thing you can just tell by the way that they often now when they're around you, now the disinterest in general. Okay, if the person all of a sudden, for example, let's look at this as most importantly, you find that they used to be too insecure about you. When you don't give them attention, they will complain. Then out of the blue, they no longer complain. Even when you are doing something, they don't mind about what your whereabouts. Listen, you might feel like maybe they just now trust me a lot and all those things, but it's also because they are being kept busy somewhere, to the extent where they're no longer that scared to lose you, because somewhere somehow they are considering somebody else, especially if they used to guard you a lot. One moment they start no longer caring where you are, just know somebody is keeping that person busy. So they're no longer that attracted, not because just naturally, but because their attraction now is being divided with somebody else. And finally, let's talk about when somebody is too busy. When somebody is too busy, always for you, they no longer make time. I'm too busy. Oh, I'm a busy person. But in the beginning, you used to make time. They would squeeze in time to see you, to be with you, to spend time with you, to go out with you. But now all of a sudden, they are too busy. They are too busy. It's because that somebody is no longer into you. And most of them, when they're no longer into you, they're into somebody else. Not that they're just plainly no longer into anybody else. Rarely does that happen. Always remind yourself that rarely is the case. It can happen, but 9 times out of 10, there is already somebody in the picture. And the bonus one now, when it comes to finances, you realize they no longer spend money on you, especially when you are married. You realize like the finances now, there's some expenditures which you cannot tell where the money is going. Listen, it's either going to those side chicks, or if she's a low-debt lady, side men or something. But especially this is common with men. That money is being spent on those ladies because they want to be spoiled and all those things. So be careful, check. If you can see where the money is ending, then that's better. But if you can see that they no longer even spend that money on you, but they will complain they don't have money while they used to give you money, just know there is somebody else who's getting that money. And of course, allow me to wrap this here. And that's all I had for you in today's episode of the Gospel with Ishmael. And I'm Ishmael N, by the way. And for prayer requests and spiritual advices, you can DM me on my Instagram or email me. The details are on the description of the video below. And as for me, Ishmael N, your priest, I will see you in the next episode. Take care and stay blessed.